How you doing, everybody? As always, this is JD Lewis with Untamed Conversations. Today is going to be a little bit different. This is more of a serious topic I want to talk about. Something that's just going on in the world right now. A lot of friends, family members, myself included. Addiction and depression. This is huge, and not a lot of people talk about this. People are scared to talk about this, and I just want to rip the fucking cap off of it and go for it. Recently, I've had some friends that passed away from addiction, and it's literally one of the worst things ever to have to think about, to have to hear about. These are people that we grew up with. These are friends. These are family. These are people that you expected to see for another 40, 50 years. And instead we're putting them in the ground. It's very, very, very fucking hard. Like I said, this one's going to be deep. I have a lot to say. I'm absolutely going to have some more people on to talk about this. But let's start with addiction first. Addiction runs in, I guess you can say, a lot of people's families. That's where they get it from. You know, I know it ran in my family. You know, it is what it is. You know, some people have it. Some people can control it. You know, for me, I got into addiction early. No drugs. It was some type of drugs, but it wasn't that. I was addicted to the gym. I did a lot of stuff that at the time, yes, it was legal. Now it's not. That really got me in the best shape of my life, and I was addicted to that. It was every day I had to take something. Every day I had to run a different pattern of what I'm doing. I was very addicted to that, and that was not good for me. It was bad for my kidneys. It was bad for my heart. I think I got very lucky at a young age that I did that instead of now. You know, after all my doctor's appointments now, I'm very healthy. Knock on wood. Heart, kidneys, liver, everything is functioning perfect. But addiction is serious, and that's the first time I threw it out there that I've done some things that I regret. You know, but it's something where I just want somebody to reach out to me. If you're feeling like you can't stop doing what you're doing and you're going down a bad path, reach out. Let's talk about it. Let's fucking figure it out. You want to come over and sit on the couch and talk about it? Let's do it. You need help going somewhere to talk to someone? Let's do it. Let's find you a therapist. Let's find you a meeting to go to. I've never been to a meeting. I've never had to go, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe they are free. Somebody can correct me on that if I'm wrong. But, you know, lately I've been getting phone calls, messages from just certain people that do need help, and they've listened to my podcast, and that's why they reached out to me. So that's huge. That's very, very huge to me that they felt, you know, like it was okay to reach out to me, and they trusted me enough, and I hope they do. You know, and they can always trust me. I'm here for anything, anytime. I think addiction is just something that, whether it could be anything, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be food. I mean, I know people that are addicted to food. It's not a good way to live, you know. Do I enjoy drinking? Of course I do. And I say that, you know, not saying like, oh yeah, I'm a drinker, woo, no. I enjoy wine. I enjoy an occasional whiskey. But I will tell you right now, from Monday to Thursday, most likely even Friday, you're barely see anything in my hand. Maybe I'll have a glass of red wine before bed, sometimes. But on the weekend, yeah, I like to kick back and have some drinks with my friends or family. Obviously, if we have Hannah, it's completely different. You know, but I have people I know that literally drink every day. And I think that's something that needs to be talked about more. I think people hide it. You know, they think that just because they're self-medicating with the alcohol, they're going to be fine. You're not. You're not going to be fine. Let me tell you something. There were times before I had Hannah, before I met Tara, there were times I was in a dark place and I would just drink, and I thought it would hide the pain. you wake up the next day and you just feel even worse. You feel 10 times worse. So I really want to just throw that out there that if you are going through addiction issues, do not be embarrassed. Please do not be embarrassed. I could say this from the bottom of my heart, and all my friends and family would say this too to somebody they love. I'd rather watch you come over, stumble on my fucking stairs, and help you in the house than to have to put you in a box 6 feet underground. And I mean that. I mean that more than anybody knows. I know people that portray they have the best life, they're perfect, this and that, but deep down they got some demons, and you see it, and sometimes it comes out, and you can be like, oh shit, I didn't know that. I'm not judging them. I want them to get help. I got help for what I needed, which again, like I said, was never a drug or alcohol addiction. It was more of me relying on supplements from the gym, which again, yes, they were legal. Again, they're not now, which means most likely when I did them, they probably were not good for me. But I had a hard time coming off that stuff. Do I take a pre-workout now? A little bit of caffeine? Yeah, just a little, 150 milligrams, because I'm so sensitive I can't take caffeine anymore. I take a little bit of caffeine, my heart jumps through my fucking ass. Excuse the language. But just addiction is something that I think a lot of us deal with, and we just don't know how to go about it and talk about it. Like I said before, way too many friends are gone because of this. And I feel like if they had known that they had a place to talk, they had known that they had somebody to reach out to, they would still be here. We wouldn't be going to a funeral. We wouldn't be going to a wake. Seeing my friends' parents' faces at their services, it's just crushing in your soul. And I never want my parents to go through that, and knock on wood, they will not with me or my sister. And I hope and pray to God every day that I will never go through that with my kids. I think it's a different day and age raising kids now, and I think that us as parents pay attention more to, kind of the outside world, because our parents didn't have to worry about that when we were kids because it really wasn't around. And then it all of a sudden became rampant. So I guess what I'm saying is, like I said, if you're going through addiction and you can't stop, please, for the love of God, talk to me. I don't care if I don't know you. I don't care if I've known you for 25 years. I'm not going to judge you. DM me, reach out. Like I said, I've had many people DM me since I started this podcast. And if I can help one person feel better, then I did my job. And the addiction cycle kind of goes hand in hand with depression. I think that we're all going through it. Everybody goes through depression quite often, I think it depends on how you come out of that dark place. Are you able to come out of the dark place? Are you stuck in that dark place? Because that's when the addiction and the depression go hand in hand. Because once you get into that dark place, that's when you start doing the extracurricular activities, let's call them. And that's when you go into a downward spiral. I've been depressed. I've been happy. I've been in dark places. I've been on the brink of what I guess I can call it is not coming back. Yeah, it bothers me sometimes to talk about it, and it's bothering me now, but it needs to be said, needs to be put out there. Before Hannah was born, I would say that I was in a bad spot, and my ex-wife, Hannah's mother, helped me a lot. But there was only so much she can do, and there were a few times where I didn't think I was coming home. I went out, did some stupid shit, and I just thought about it. I would sit in my car and say, you know what, maybe the world's better off without JD. Maybe my family's better off without the drama, without the stress. And I felt like that for a long time. My world just felt like everybody was against me and everything was just hard. And I came out of it. I worked my ass off to come out of that depression, to come out of that bad hole that I was in. Because at the end of the day, I know my family and friends do not want to bury me. And they don't deserve to do that, especially now. I have children. Well, I have a child. I have nieces. I have nephews. I have people that rely on me. I have people that enjoy me quite a bit. And I want to make sure I'm always here. So just anybody that's helped me and that has been there for the last 10 plus years of what I was going through, I appreciate you more than you know. I will always love every single one of you, whether we don't talk anymore, whether you're no longer here. I will always love every one of you. So I think that what I'm trying to get at is, if you're depressed, you need to reach out. You have no choice. There is no hiding. I know people are scared and people are embarrassed because the world nowadays is so fucked up that if you talk about your mental health, you talk about your depression, you get laughed at. You're weak. You're a loser. You're a bum. Blah, 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 blah. It's so ridiculous nowadays that we as a generation and as a world, all of us, we would rather watch somebody suffer and record it and put it on social media and watch this person take their own life as opposed to fucking helping. Where in God's name did we go wrong that we would rather see our friends and family members kill themselves than somebody help them? And I could tell you right now, I've seen it firsthand. Thank goodness I have never seen somebody take their own life in front of me. But people I've been close with have. And it is not fun. It is not nice. It is not a good feeling to see their, like I said before, their family's faces at their funeral and wakes. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you see somebody that's depressed, or you see somebody acting different, or your friend is, let's say a friend you've talked to every day hasn't talked to you in 3 days, either reach out or go right over their house. I do that. I don't care. I am that person that shows up at your house. What are you doing? What's going on? Why haven't you called me? Why haven't you texted me? If I know you have some issues, we're going to help you fix them, man. It's just not, I still, again, I cannot fathom that people are able to look somebody in the eye when they're explaining and telling them what's going on with their life and say, oh, it's okay, suck it up. And I know I'm not the only one who's heard that. We've all heard that. Anybody that's gone through this depression or is going through it now, people tell us all the time, just be stronger, be stronger, be stronger. Fuck you. How's that sound? Okay? And I'm going to go towards more of the mental health for men for a minute. No disrespect to women, because I know we both go through it. But God forbid you're a man and you let it out there and you tell, let's say, your significant other, your spouse, your friends, like this is hard for me. I'm very vulnerable right now. And I can give two shits if people make fun of me, look down on me. I don't care. You do what you want. You think what you want. I'm here for a reason. I made it. I did what I had to do to make sure I was here. And I will be here, knock on wood, for a long time. I will never let that win. I will never let it eat me up. I will never let it take me. That's 100% truth. So for all of you out there, when us as men talk about the issues we're having, coming home from work, depressed, this and that, and if you're a spouse, a significant other, and the second they walk in the door, they tell you what's going on and you just shake it off and you know what, deal with it. You're a man. Go to the gym, this and that. You're not a good person. You are not a good person. And the same goes for men with women. Don't treat each other like that. Even if you're not dating and you're just friends. This is why so many people are so scared to release and let out what they feel. And that's when you hear about them on the news the next day. So-and-so found dead. So-and-so in a car accident. So-and-so took a gun. Yeah, it happens all the time because people are afraid to talk. I was afraid to talk until I started this. And now, everybody's going to know about me. And I'm fine with that. If you look at me differently now because of what I went through and what I talk about and how I feel, It's cool. We weren't friends in the beginning. We aren't friends now. I don't care. I just want everybody out there to know, like I said, we're going to get into this a lot deeper, but this just needed to be said after the last couple days we've had as friends and family, people who know me. Reach out, talk, call one of those 1-800 hotlines, show up at a meeting, do anything you have to do to make sure that you're around and you're here. Your family loves you. Your friends love you. Don't ever forget that. We all love you. We all need you. We all want you here. That goes for anybody that's having a bad day or having a bad month, a bad year. Everyone that is going through it, please, for the sake of me, for the sake of you, for the sake of your family, reach out. Okay? And like I said, this is not my normal episode. This is a little bit more serious. This is really, this tugs at my heartstrings. And I appreciate every single one of you listening. And again, if anybody needs to reach out and talk, please reach out. So, as always, this is JD Lewis with Untamed Conversations, and just continue pushing forward, everyone. Love all you guys.